What's up, y'all? So, I know when I make my videos, and a lot of commentators, of course, when they make their videos, they say like and subscribe and comment below and share this video, right? Okay, please share this video. If there was ever any video in my channel list worth sharing, it is this one. If you have children, share this video. If you don't have children, share this video, okay? So I'm gonna get right into it. So last month, I made a video called Vaccine Headlines. That's what I try to do. So like every week, I try to like compile some headlines about things that are going on with this generated crisis and, bring it to you. So that video, I'm gonna share the link on my descriptions, okay? But in the video, I said something like, because I was talking about like kids getting the jab. So in the video, I said, be careful. I'm not trying to scare anybody, but in schools, they can potentially give the jab to your child without your consent, without you even knowing that this was getting ready to happen. And here is an example of just that. So, a mother by the name of Maribel Duarte says that her 13-year-old son returned from school with a shiny, new, authentic COVID-19 card from the shot he received at school. The child attends Barack Obama Global Prep Academy in South LA. I laugh because it would happen at the Barack Obama Global Health Prep Academy. But anyway, she stated that he was offered the shot for a slice of pizza. And he said yes. Okay. And her son was quoted as saying, "The lady gave me a shot and signed the paper. Please don't say anything. I don't want to get in trouble." So when the press, the local press, tried to contact the Los Angeles School District, they said that they couldn't comment on the confidential matters of a child, but they did say that the Safe Schools to Safe Steps incentive program is meant to ensure several steps are in place for vaccinated students to receive prizes. I don't know what that has to do with him getting the shot. Okay. Duarte, the mom, says that she's vaccinated, so she doesn't have an issue with the shot. But it's different for her son because, he has allergies and he has asthma. So she got a lawyer, and they are trying to end the mandate that's in place and, at the Los Angeles School District. And their mandate for that school district is for children 12 and up, okay? So by January the 10th, children 12 and up have to be jabbed. If they don't have a legal exemption, then they have to go to virtual learning. I said that this could happen, and this is why. First, we'll talk about the facts. What I'm about to read to you, I will link on the description. This is the W.H.O. This is their, matter of fact, it's called World Health Organization's Considerations Regarding Consent in Vaccinating Children and Adolescents Between 6 and 17 years old, okay? So we're going to just jump to the third page. Now, they talk about different approaches to obtain informed consent. They have written consent, verbal consent, implied consent, okay? I'm going to skip written and verbal for the sake of time. And you guys, if y'all want to pull it up, y'all can look it up, all right? But I'm going to read the implied consent. An implied consent process by which parents are informed of imminent vaccination through social mobilization and communication, sometimes including letters directly addressed to the parents. Subsequently, the physical presence of a child or adolescent with or without an accompanying parent at the vaccination session is considered to imply consent. This practice is based on the opt-out principle, and parents who do not consent to vaccination are expected implicitly to take steps to ensure that their child or adolescent does not participate in the vaccination session. This may include not letting the child or adolescent attend school on vaccination day. If vaccine delivery occurs through school, implied consent procedures are common practice, in many countries. However, when children present for vaccination unaccompanied by their parents, it is challenging to determine whether parents indeed provided consent. Therefore, countries are encouraged to adopt procedures that ensure that parents have been informed and agreed to the vaccination. And so that's guidance from the WHO, right? We're talking about implied consent. So the thing about the WHO is that they always put out guidelines for like 10-year guidelines. When I first started nursing school, the 10-year guideline for that around that time, that was like 15 years ago when I was going to be an LPN, it was pain. Their focus was on pain. So it was WHO 2020. And they're always, so I went to nursing school, it was like 2007. So their goals were to meet like the next decade, like the beginning of the next decade. So for 2020, it was pain. So we had to ask about pain. During clinical, if we didn't talk about pain, we would get in trouble. They would, almost threaten your clinical, like your attendants, give you points, the whole bit. And it was medicate, medicate, medicate. Pain is subjective. Even if a person's doing cartwheels, you still give them pain medicine. And these were from guidelines from the WHO, right? So, and then they would tell you, like, give the pain pill, especially like the morphine or the Oxycontin or oxycodone. They would tell you to just give it, and they would say, oh, the person, like, no, people can't really get addicted to this. And so coming to find out, I found out later on that the WHO was writing their guidelines based on like Purdue Pharmacy brochures, okay, literally word for word. So, and then came the opioid epidemic. I give you that example, not to get all the way into it, just so you can see how much input the WHO has with what we do healthcare wise and going along, right? Okay. And so for this year, the WHO, their guideline, their slogan, because every 10 year is WHO 2030, is no man left behind, everybody vaccinated. And that's with all vaccines. And you can feel it, right? You can feel the push. So now that we've discussed all the facts, let's talk about it. You see what they said? They said implied consent is a thing. So, parents, you've had a long day at work, 12 hours, 16 hours. Your child forgets to show you the paperwork in their book bag saying that they're having a vaccine drive tomorrow. They forget to give it to you. And then you still send your kid to school and they can come home with a jab. Okay? Or parents, they email you about the vaccine drive. You know what I'm saying? The pizzas, the slices for shots drive that they're doing. And then you don't get a chance to look at your email because you've been at work all day. You're tired. And guess what? Your child gets a slice of pizza for a shot. That parent, Maribel, God bless her. She's a good person. She really is. Because I would have went all the way off. I would have. Like, I'm sorry. I am not promoting violence on this channel, but I'm being honest. And we talk about everything here, right? So, okay. I'm just telling you me. I told y'all, if y'all watch my videos, like I try to be a good person. Man, I really do believe in God. I do. But I am only human. And it's one thing when I take an L. It's a whole nother thing when you do that to my kid, to my child. My child is taking an L. It's a shot. First of all, we're not even talking about the Cove jab, right? Any shot, you don't put irreversible medical treatment into my child. Now you put an experimental medical treatment into my child, and guess what? They're not going to be able to do anything about it. That's why I would have to go off. I would have no choice. I'm sorry. Again, I'm not promoting violence. There's no way yet. They would have had to pry me off of somebody in there. They would have had to. I can't even fathom this happening. So, parents, tell your friends, share this video. Not just everybody. Pay attention. You all better really pay attention because they want everybody taking this jab. Now, this was in California, so I haven't heard. I think I did see, like, somewhere in South Carolina, they did a jab thing in a school. Listen, ask the kids every day. If you want your kids to take the shot and you don't care, fine. I'm not here to tell people what to do, but my thing is not even about taking the shot. My thing is about informed consent. Where, you see it, implied consent. Wow. Okay. You're not receiving informed consent. They're just taking your kid and they're just making medical decisions on your child. Okay. So, parents, please, like I said in that video, I was like, I'm not trying to scare y'all, but they can just give your child a jab. And we have here is an example. This is not the only example, I'm sure, but we have an example. Slices for shots. Pay attention to the emails. Pay attention to the letters coming home. Ask the kid every day, what did they give you in school? What papers are they talking about giving shots or anything? Tell your kids, if you really don't want your kids to have this shot and you go and they go to public schools and stuff, tell them what to look out for. Okay. Um, when I get information, I always share it. And this is something you guys need to know can happen. And I put the proof in the description. All right. Thank you guys for coming over. I will see you guys at the next video. Bye.